Hey, thanks for watching. So what I want to cover in this video is, in my previous video, I talked about hip mobility versus hip flexibility, what the kind of differences are. And so if you don't know, go ahead and check that video out. But basically, we're going to cover some flexibility things you can do if you're a rower and you feel like hip or ankle or calf are kind of a limiting factor for you for your flexibility. These are some things that you can try. They're nice, simple stretches. Try to do them for about 2 minutes, hold for 30 seconds to a minute, and then go up. If this is something that you're trying to do before rowing, I recommend more of a dynamic warm-up. Check out my warm-up video, and that will help as well. But this is just kind of trying to lengthen those tissues over a longer period of time to make changes over time, so they don't happen instantaneously. So the first one is, we'll go ahead and start with our hamstring because I'm sitting. So I like to do this as a sitting one. You can do it a few different ways. Sitting, scoot your butt towards the edge of the chair. Take your legs, stick it out in front of you. Toes, relax or bring up towards you, up to you. Sit up nice and tall, and that's really important. And then you're gonna gently lean forward, like I'm going forward. Now, if you feel this in your calf, go ahead and relax your toes and see if that gets rid of it in your calf. You should feel this in the upper thigh, and the back of that upper thigh is a hamstring stretch. If you find you're like magically at the floor, you're probably not sitting up, so sit up nice and tall and go forward. It shouldn't cause any tingling or anything in your leg. I'm gonna show you what it looks like from the side, so scooch to the edge, leg out in front of you, and bend forward until you feel it in the back. The reason I like to do this one leg at a time is because both legs aren't created equal. One is going to be slightly more flexible than the other. So if you treat them the same like we learned in elementary school, where we're standing and bending over, we're basically treating them the same, and one's going to get a good stretch and one isn't. So I like to treat them independently, stretch one, then stretch the other. So that's a hamstring stretch. A calf stretch, the one that I like to do, there's different ways to do this. I actually have a lot of flexibility. I like to stand on the edge of you can do this like pretend this box is a wall. I'm gonna basically stand away from it, put my foot out and try and get my toe as high as I can. Then I'm gonna go into as much of a flexion as I can where my toes are towards me and try and get my heel to the ground. Once I get to that point, I can, and do something that doesn't move, I can step forward and try and get that stretch into the back of my leg right here. And that gets your calf. So that's a great calf one. Another thing you can also do, so if dorsiflexion is being limited when you're at that catch position when you're rowing, this is also another great one. Using the band that I talked about for the mobility, usually I use a smaller band than this though, one that's not as much pressure on it. You're gonna put it around your ankle, go as far as you can. So this is like a 150 to 100 pound band, so it's a little bit much. So you're gonna go till there's some tension, bring your foot onto something high, just like you're doing that stretch, and then bend and straighten your knee. And you should feel a stretch in the back, and you're also working on that ankle mobility and ankle flexibility as well. Do this about 15-20 times, and then you can go see what it feels like. Try it on the other side. Okay, so we did a calf, we did a hamstring. Now what we need to do is the front, so your hip flexor. So when we are going from end ranges from here to here. We want to work, we need the front and the back to both have some flexibility in them. So to get the back one, I'm going to switch legs since I've been doing the other one. What we're going to do is the leg that is back is the one you are stretching. Then you're going to take your other leg, stick it in front of you, and then all we're going to do is back. Try not to arch your back, stomach tight, glutes tight. Gently lean forward. If this bugs your knee, go on a surface that's comfortable, either carpet or a pillow underneath, and you're trying to kind of push your hips forward so that you feel a stretch through here, and that's what you're going for. You can also try raising the arm of the leg that is in the back. And let me show you what it looks like from the side. So I'm doing this from the side. I'm gonna tighten my stomach, tighten my butt, and notice I'm gonna lean my whole body forward. I'm not arching at my back. So I'm jutting my hips and my pelvis forward to try and get that stretch through here. So that's how you can work on some of the flexibility components. Of course, we didn't really cover upper body. We didn't cover glutes, but those are some basics to get you started. I'll do another video on some other flexibility things and another warm-up video that gives you different options depending on different people. If you've got questions, feel free to let me know. My name is Amanda Painter, and this is the Rowing Doc, and I hope you guys have a great day.